The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by IBEW Local 369.
Southern Indiana high school football on a Saturday afternoon for you, as this is Justin Kalin alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek. Coach, it's going to be a fun day as we've got a huge Hoosier Hills Conference game on tap this afternoon. Due to the remnants of Hurricane Helene, this game pushed from last night to today, but it's the 3-2 Columbus East Olympians, 3-0 in Hoosier Hills Conference play, set to take on the 3-1 and 2-0 in Hoosier Hills Conference play, Floyd Central Highlanders. Looking forward to this one, Coach.
Justin, I'm looking forward to working with you. We haven't done this before. My
Absolutely,
pleasure.
yeah.
And this is going to be an outstanding game. It would have been nicer had it been nicer weather, but boy, this is football weather. Come on, it should be rainy, it should be cool, it should be windy. And you know, tonight the most valuable player this afternoon is the guy with the towel that's going to keep the balls dry.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right on that. It should be a fun one here. The rain has subsided a little bit. We got rid of the rain, or the wind, I should say, so that's at least good news, but we still expect a ground and pound type game here in this one, Coach?
I would expect that, but again, it depends on how they can keep the ball dry. A good passing team, wind. In a windy game, it really hurts a passing game. In a rainy game, not so much. So, and especially with a turf field, you're not going to get mud on the ball. It's not going to really be that bad shape. So we may still see Floyd Central and Columbus East, which both of them have very good quarterbacks and very good passing attacks, put the ball in the air a little bit more maybe than we anticipate.
Yeah, looking forward to this one, no doubt about it. As let's go ahead and take a look at today's weather forecast, brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Mark Stevens. For any of your insurance needs, contact Mark at 812-283-8600. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. About 65 degrees right now here in Georgetown, Coach. Rain it's like I said, it's just more of a sprinkle at this point. So see how that forecast or how that affects this game here today.
Well, when we did the keys to the game, we didn't know we were going to have a hurricane on Friday. So some of the keys to the game, really, and now that this wind has subsided, I'm looking at the flags, they're limp. There's no wind whatsoever. So that's not going to play a factor. The rain may play a little bit more of a factor. Again, and I can't reiterate enough how important it's going to be for the guy with the towels for both teams to keep the balls dry.
Now, we'll see how this one shakes out here today, but we'll go ahead and step aside for our first break, come back on the other side, and Coach caught up with Columbus East head coach Eddie Vogel, who is in his fourth season prior to this one. Stick around for that. Coming right up here on Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Looking for a great career while making a difference in a child's life? Head Start is hiring. Visit Cassie1.org to apply.
I'm with Coach Ed Vogel, the head football coach of Columbus East Olympians. This is his fourth season as the head football coach. Coach, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. I know you're busy right before a game. Coach, the last 3 games, you averaged 45 points a game. What clicked with your offense in those last couple of games?
Well, we're really you got to win up front, and those first 2 weeks we didn't do that, and we really emphasized guys trying to finish blocks and staying engaged, and we've been better the last 3 weeks. Now the competition's not been as good as those first 2 weeks, but I think you got to have some confidence, and the O-line's gelled at this point, and we got to do that again today against Floyd Central.
Starts with the O-line, it always does. Coach, opposing coaches speak very highly of your number 0, Jared Brooks. What makes him so special?
He's just he's a great athlete, very smart. He's got a lot of experience. It always helps when you got players that are coming back with some experience. And he's a two-way guy for us. He's a guy that is a really good receiver. We probably don't get him the ball enough. But on defense, for us, he stepped in and played linebacker last year and is our middle linebacker and I think our leading tackle at this point right now. And so, he's invaluable. He could be on all of our special teams. We've got to find a way to get him some breaks. And so he's just a guy that's got to be on the field for us to be successful. And his dad is part of our coaching staff, and Jared's kind of grown up an East player because his dad played for East as well. And so he's doing a great job for us, and we're happy he's on our team.
Coach, I used to try to get my defensive players to understand the concept of play like your hair's on fire. And I don't know if you know what that means, but all right. So when I see your defense, I think they look like they're playing with their hair on fire. They are all over the field and rallying to the football. You coach that, or is it just happening?
No, I've coached that for forever since I've been at Columbus East and been a D coordinator before coming head coach. And I think for us that's kind of become our identity is our team pursuit. And we're going to make some errors, but that team pursuit and playing fast kind of covers up some of that stuff, right? And this year it's even more important for us because we're not very big. I think our linebackers are bigger than our defensive linemen. And so that. For us, if we don't play fast and don't move and fly around to the football, we're at a disadvantage. And so for us, it's out of necessity, but our guys have done a really good job the last couple of weeks.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter. For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice. With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back here at Wigleb Stadium, Justin Kalen alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek as we continue to get you set for the Columbus East Olympians and the Floyd Central Highlanders in a big Hoosier Hills Conference matchup here today. And, Coach, this is a Columbus East team, much like Floyd Central, coming in winners of 3 straight after 2 tough contests to start the season.
And, you know, that's a real credit to Coach Vogel that, you know, they lost 2 games at the start of the season, and he rallied his troops, and now they're 3-0 or in the 3-game winning streak. So Coach Vogel's done a great, as Coach Bragg has done the same thing, opening with a loss. And then they had that weird travel all the way to Terre Haute South and turn around and get right back on the bus and come all the way back home. And so they really didn't have a second game of the season, which to me is always the most important game. So Coach, both of these, and the Hoosier Hills Conference is still a very, very competitive conference. New Albany, I think, is 2-1 in the conference now. Two undefeated teams. So this could very well be the conference championship game here.
Absolutely.
And it's good to see Columbus East coming back to that level. At one time, I think they won 1,000 games in a row in the Hoosier Hills Conference, and maybe not quite that many, but it seemed like it. And so it's neat to see them come back, raised back up again to become a contender in the Hoosier Hills Conference.
Yeah, resurgence, if you will.
Yeah, Floyd Central has did take over that role in the last couple of years.
Yeah, Floyd Central won the conference a season ago. A win today could go a long way in helping them achieve that goal again. But, Coach, we've got to get to tonight's keys to the game, presented by Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Let's first start for the Olympians. A couple things you're keying on for them here tonight.
Well, after last week's game, when they saw how the Floyd Central offensive line dominated the Jeffersonville defensive line in the whole second half, to me, the key to the game is controlling the line of scrimmage. They have to control the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a little more difficult because they are very undersized on their defensive line. Their 3 defensive linemen are maybe weigh 170, 180 pounds. So they're going to be outweighed 60, 70 pounds a man. But they do have to control that line of scrimmage. And we talked about this last week. The low man always wins in line play. And I'm sure that Coach Vogel has worked very, very hard with his 3 undersized defensive linemen to stay low, to get underneath the Floyd Central blockers. They have to stop the running game. Jeff couldn't do it last week. Floyd Central dominating the run. They have to come up with a way to stop the running game. And when I was coaching, I never was good enough to be able to stop everything a team did, so I needed to focus on let's stop one thing and make them play left-handed. So to me, if I was Coach Vogel, I'm going to stop Floyd Central's running game and make them throw the ball. Now, they're good at throwing the ball, too. Successfully run your zone plays, your counter plays. That's what Columbus East does really well. Control the clock like Jeff did, like Floyd did against Jeff last week. Keep the Floyd Central offense on the bench. If you can control that clock and get some nice drives, and you better be prepared for Floyd Central's trickeration, onside kicks, and no telling what else Coach Bragg has got up his sleeve tonight.
Yeah, back-to-back onsides last week to really put that game against Jeff out of reach. So definitely something to watch out for. How about for the Highlanders? Couple keys to the game for them. Well,
again, dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, they did a great job of that last week and continue to do that. You know, I'm really impressed with the quarterback. Mole, he does a really, really nice job. And excuse me just a second. I'm sorry. I've lost my notes. I'm so
you need to know his stats, Coach?
Yeah, no, I don't. But
there we go.
He did a great job. I apologize. He did a great job last week. He's a very, very good passer. We saw him play against Silver Creek. He's got a good long arm. He's got 3 really talented receivers that he can throw to. Isaac Kaiser and a little sophomore by the name of Lawless, Pennington, Harrod. Those are all really good receivers. So they have that deep threat. So stop the running game, or if Columbus East can stop the running game, they do have skills to go deep. Keep Columbus East off balance with your tricks, and keep their quarterback under wraps. Villarreal is really a good quarterback, and he's a good scrambler and a good runner and a good passer. They need to keep him kind of under wraps, keep him inside the pocket. If he's going to pass, make him be a pocket passer and not a running passer.
All right, we'll see how it all plays out. Before we get to a break, just want to let you know this broadcast is authorized by Floyd Central High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Great God.
I'm with Coach James Bragg, the head football coach of Floyd Central Highlanders. In his seventh season, in 41-27, and 3-1 right now, Coach. Is that correct? 4-1.
4-1.
4-1.
No, 3-1.
3-1. Oh, you had a rain. By the way,
I know we lost one. We lost one to the St. X Tigers over there.
By the way, the weather does not seem to be cooperating with the Floyd Central Highlanders this year.
No, that's the other thing too. This is our third rain delay.
Yeah.
You know, we had one game get canceled week 2. Then the week 3 at Silver Creek, we were hour and a half, 2 hour delay, something like that.
I was at that one too.
Today we're 36 hour delay, or not 36 hour, but 12 hour delay. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Coach, how pleased were you with the victory last week against Jeff? You really dominated them.
Oh, very pleased. It's nice to see. Anytime you win, it's nice, but we were clicking on every aspect of the game. Special teams came up huge, especially in the second half. Our defense came up huge in the second half. Offense was rolling for 41 points. I mean, anytime you're putting up 41 points and your special teams are in it and the whole sidelines are rocking, it's always a good feeling. So, very big win for this group of kids. And against a team that Jeffersonville is up on the rise. They're rising up. I mean, they've got it going in the right direction over there. But for us to shut them down like we did, I was really proud of our boys.
Coach, speaking of shutting him down, I know how pleased you are when we spoke last week about Matt Polk, your linebacker. One thing that impresses me is he plays from sideline to sideline, and his motor seems to run revved up pretty good. What does he mean to your defense?
Oh, he's our big leader out there right now. He leads us in tackles, which is no surprise. But, one thing that Matt does a great job of, and you talk about team chemistry, is that Matt bought into the fact that, we got to work sideline to sideline to make tackles. But our defensive line has bought into the fact of my job is to keep him clean, and Will Brown in front of him, he's like, every time I got to get a double team. I got to get a double team. Our two defensive ends are like, we got to keep everything turning back inside for Matt to make the play. So, we do helmet decal stickers all the time, and one of our goals is nine tackles a game. And we tell them that if a linebacker gets 9 tackles a game, the defensive linemen are getting them too, because you're doing your job, So they take big pride in that, and Matt's one of the kids, it's one of those things where if you're a running back, and how the running back should thank the offensive line for their 300-yard games, Matt praises those defensive linemen, because without them, he's not getting the 9 tackles, 10 tackles a game, because he's not clean. He's getting guards or centers in his face, and he takes great pride in that. And those defensive linemen have really bought into, hey, it's okay if my name's not in the paper, but if my linebacker's in the paper, that's just as good as me being in the paper. So, like I said, as a staff, we praise those guys to death. They got to draw double teams and keep our linebackers clean.
Very unselfish players. Coach, in the second half, your offensive line was dominant. I mean, I very seldom see a team just dominate the way your offensive line did. In fact, I was going to select your entire offensive line as the players of the game. What did you make any adjustments in the second half, or did they just seemed to be a little more fired up. What happened?
No, we went back to the basics. The week before, the kids ran across some articles that said that we were small. The kids don't like being called they're small. That's the worst thing you can call an offensive lineman is small. So they took that personally. But then also the weeks before that, our heads started getting on the wrong side. We didn't have the right head placement or hand placements. So we really focused on that all week last week, and then we reiterated it at halftime. And the halftime, the speech was what it was, but I think some of them got the point across. So then, they went out there fired up, and the onside kick helped juvenate them a little bit, give them a little fresh air. And then when they're coming off the sideline, they're immediately saying, "You see my head? It's on the right side. You see my hand placement? My hands are inside." So the little things, the basic fundamentals is what we went back to, and those guys have bought in. And this week, same thing. We talked about fundamentals. This is going to be a fundamentally sound football game, especially with the weather. East is going to be well prepared, and we told them, they said technique is going to be huge tonight. It's going to come down to technique today in the trenches, at corner, quarterback, wide receiver, running the right routes. Tonight's not going to be won because of talent. Tonight's going to be one of who's won it this week in practice, who prepared better for tonight's victory.
Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it as always.
Thank you. They're beating down the
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
About to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Like God.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt, but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville. A family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start. German American Bank. Northside Security. And Call's Body Shop. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by IBEW Local 369.
Southern Indiana High School Football just about set to begin back here at Wiglub Stadium. Justin Kalin, Coach Jim Kazmarek, Christian Sanchez on camera for us this afternoon, Chris Labar on production. And, Coach, it was Floyd Central electing to receive. There you see him to the right of the 50-yard line, and their gold uniforms with the green helmets, green lettering and numbering. And Columbus East will don their white uniforms with the orange helmets, orange lettering, and numbering as we are just about set here. Toe to leather underway. Hauled in right around the 10-yard line there.
Nice tackle. Good coverage by the Olympians right off the bat.
Maddox able to get it up to about the 24-yard line. That's something Floyd Central's done really well all season long. Kickoff returns have been a big specialty of theirs.
You know, traditionally, ever since I was coaching against Floyd Central, when I was at Madison and New Albany, Floyd Central has always had good kickers, good special teams, and good punters, and they continue to do that this year too.
Columbus East with a 31-17 lead in the series. However, Floyd Central has won the last two, including a 28-3 win last year. And the first play, they're going to hand it off to Robertson. That's something we'll say a lot tonight, Coach.
Well, he's their main man running the ball, and it's a nice 2-yard gain. So let's key. I'm going to watch on those 3 defensive linemen for Columbus East. They're undersized. They're small. A.J. Tyndall is 5'10", 165. Ethan Gully, 5'7", 190. And Eric Duncan, 5'11", 165. Let's watch how those 3 young men play.
Robertson remains in the backfield, as he will be all day long. As Mole going to hand it off to him. Once again, he'll try to cut it up the middle. Picks up a better gain that time, about 5 on that carry. And, Coach, you mentioned him being their main man. 85 carries on the season coming into this one. Over 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's also a reliable pass catcher as well. He's been awesome.
And averaging 7 yards a carry. So, and that's a pretty good average, 7 yards a carry. So he's got 7 yards and 2 carries so far.
We'll see if they give it to him again here on 3rd and short. 3rd and about 3 upcoming. Man in motion, that's Pennington. And Mole right over the middle's got his man. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. That was intended for Pennington.
That was a good sophomore receiver.
Lawless, actually,
he's getting more and more playing time as the season goes on. That was a tough catch, and it was thrown right into two linebackers. So, not the best choice of passes for Mo.
As now Floyd Central will punt this thing away. Good punt here, as it's going to be fair caught around the 28-yard line, and that is where Columbus East will start their first possession.
Lawson Keaton fair caught for good choice on his part. And Harrod is a really, really strong-legged punter for Floyd Central. And he's coming off a thumb injury. He had hurt his thumb, and last week was his first playing time where he played a lot. Tonight he's starting.
By the way, this Columbus East team putting up 28.2 points per game offensively, defensively allowing 21.4. For Floyd Central, 34.5 points per game, 30.3 defensively. However, those numbers much better in Hoosier Hills Conference play. As first play of the game is going to be a carry to the right side there, and that's going to be a good gain. As that was Tom Halpy, our main guy out of the backfield, pretty much the Sebastian Robertson equivalent.
And Jared Brooks, number 0, their main man, linebacker, H-back, tight end, motion back, made a really nice block on the corner that freed up that corner, allowed Hopi to get around the corner.
You mentioned the quarterback in our pregame, Kyson Villarreal. He's been really good this season as well. 44 of 82 passing, nearly 700 yards, 8 passing touchdowns.
And 2 running touchdowns.
Absolutely, as here he is looking to throw it and's got his man. That's going to be the first down of the game. And ball comes out late, but they're going to rule it was the ground that caused it. So that was hauled in by Cam Shelley, the wide receiver.
And Cam stretched out a little bit, thinking he wasn't in first down territory, but he already was. He already had the first down. Got to be careful on a wet field doing things like that.
Absolutely. Did walk on the field a little bit in our pregame here today, and it was a little mushy, but not bad. Like you mentioned, no mud or anything, turf field. So as here's going to be another handoff to Halpe. And this time across the 50-yard line, good gain there, about 9, maybe even 10 on the carry.
And right tackle, right guard, Noah Hildebrand and Evan Simo for Columbus East made some really nice blocks.
And still no motion on that. Now they're going to move the sticks, it looks like. Well, now they're going to be a little bit short. Now they move
too
them.
late. Too late. They already started moving the sticks. So if he didn't make it, he did now.
Give him to it. Give him to him. As here we go, another toss, and that was in no man's land. Fortunate that fell to the turf.
Well, I think that was to Cam Shelley, but I don't think Cam was ready for it because he didn't even have his head turned. It could have been a hot pass if you see a blitz coming or you see something open. Like right now, that inside slot back is open. See if Floyd Central can get their linebacker out there quick enough to cover him.
Yeah, they're going to fake the handoff here. Villarreal will keep it himself. And nothing doing there as that gap closes quickly. At last throw, by the way, if Nolan Lippert, the defensive guy for Floyd Central, would have saw it coming, he could have had a chance at a pick. But
I don't think either player was ready for that pass.
Here we go now on 3rd and 10. Decent crowd on tap here today. A little surprised by that.
Yeah, not bad. I expect to see Villarreal come out on a sprint out pass. See if he run pass option. Nope, drop back.
To the left. And what a play there defensively by Floyd Central.
Nolan Lippert really made a nice play. That was a throw a little bit high, and it was a great effort on the receiver's part for Columbus East, but Lippert really was in good position.
If that hit wasn't there, I think that the wide receiver comes down with the catch there.
Yep.
So perhaps a first down saving hit there by Lippert, and now Columbus East will punt it away.
Cam Shelley punting. Oh, beautiful punt.
That is, yeah. And hauled in there by McFarland right around the 15. And still refusing to go down, able to pick up about 3 yards on the return. And Floyd Central will start their next drive from inside the 20.
And McFarland should know about taking a fair catch, raise that arm, wave it. They can't hit you.
So Floyd Central punts on their first drive. Columbus East does the same. Now we'll see what the Highlanders can do here on this second drive. Heard from Coach Bragg in our pregame today. In his 7th season, 41-27, the record for him here at Floyd Central. As it's going to be Jacoby Jones getting the carry to start this drive.
Yeah, a little Wildcat look where Jacoby Jones is at the quarterback spot and running, direct snap to the tailback and him running to the strength of the Floyd Central offensive formation. Columbus East does a good job of adjusting to that. Something we didn't see at Silver Creek and Jeffersonville, making the proper adjustment against the Floyd Central. I call it a bunch formation, where they've got 3 receivers all bunched real close together right up by the line of scrimmage.
So here we go now on 2nd and 9. As Mole looks to throw this one, this is going to be a deep shot looking for Kaiser and knocked down and almost knocked it right back into the arms of Kaiser.
And Keith Lawson, the safety for Columbus East, could have intercepted that ball. He really, he was in perfect position, intercepted. He tried to knock it down. He almost knocked it. You're right. He knocked it down to Kaiser.
He is the leading receiver for Columbus East, so a little surprising he didn't come down with it. As that'll bring up 3rd and 9 now with just over 7.5 minutes left here in this first quarter of play. Mole this time with the empty backfield. And fires this one again. That was another pass into traffic, Coach, that number of guys could have came away with it, including defenders.
Well, there were two Floyd Central receivers right next to each other. I'm sure there was a busted route by somebody, and because there were 2 Columbus East defenders right there also. You don't want to have your receivers that close together.
Looked like it was Lawless and Kaiser.
Mo's getting a lot of time to pass. There's another good fair catch. Lawson.
45-yard line is where Columbus East will start their second drive of the game. Still scoreless. Able to pick up a couple first downs on their first drive was Columbus East, before ultimately punting the football away.
Jared Brooks, their main player. He played H-back, tight end, and now he's at split end. And Floyd Central jumped.
Versatile. That's going to be the first penalty of the game. That'll make it 1st and 5 now for the Olympians as they put the football right at the 50-yard line here.
1st and 5 is like a coach's delight. There's so many plays you can drag out of your playbook.
Sure. And they're going to opt to keep it with Villarreal, and he will pick up the first down with ease on the 7, maybe even closer to 8-yard carry.
When you look at his stature, Villarreal, he's a junior. He's 5'9", and 225 pounds as a quarterback. He's like a fullback playing quarterback, and he's got a good arm, too.
Throw him in there, linebacker as well. Now motion man Jared Brooks here for the Olympians. Villarreal takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Taupe again. He's got all kinds of room down that left sideline.
And I think he's
what a tackle last second.
Last second, right on the 1-yard line, but that was a touchdown-saving tackle.
And will give Columbus East 1st and goal here, however. Looked like Landon Horvath, the Highlanders' leading tackler, the guy to come up to make that stop. The Olympians going to work fast here. And prior to that, we are going to get...
Somebody's called timeout. Well, I
thought so too, but...
The referee called timeout. That's interesting because Floyd Central didn't have enough... they had too many players on the field. Nope, he's waving off the flag.
Just wanted to make a substitution.
Well.
So now here we go on 1st and goal from the 1. Villarreal going to look for a push from his teammates, and I think Floyd Central won out on this play.
They did.
And they did. What an effort.
Will Brown, 6 foot 2. He's really a good defensive lineman, one of the better defensive linemen we'll see this year. I like him. He's a big kid. He moves well. And he and Javier Acut did a nice job right in the middle.
Go back to the well here if you're Coach Vogel?
Well, I don't think so because they've gone back into a shotgun.
See what they do out of it. Is it's going to be a handoff and another close attempt.
Nope.
Floyd Central stops them again, so it'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 1. Now some motion that the ball might have came loose.
Yeah, Floyd Central thinks the ball was loose. I don't know. I know the runner tried to stretch it out. I'd go back to the quarterback sneak again. That's the safest, easiest play. The ball is on the inch line.
Literally.
And so I go back to the quarterback sneak again.
So here we go now on 3rd and goal, and they're going to go from the shotgun again. Guess you trust Taupe here.
Nope, quarterback sneak. There he goes.
And slides right to the left, and he will get in from a yard out. And Columbus East first on the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And, you know, I love the quarterback sneak. It's the easiest play to practice, easiest play to do. But the quarterback has got to be smart to look at the defense right before that. And if there's a crease, there's always a crease somewhere on that defensive line that you don't just go right over the center. Sometimes you veer to the right, sometimes you veer to the left.
And that was well done there by Villarreal as the extra point is up. And it is going to find its way through as well. So 7-0 Columbus East. They strike first. We'll step aside for a break here, come back, and we'll take a look at Floyd Central's next drive right here on Glycod.
Has already reached epidemic proportions in the U.S. More than 3.6 million U.S. youth use e-cigarettes, including 1 out of every 5 in high school. And many of those who are vaping want to quit. Get real about quitting and put your health first when you live vape-free. For the support needed to quit, text the word Indiana to 873-373. Again, that's text the word Indiana to 873-373. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Columbus East strikes first off a 1-yard rushing touchdown from their quarterback, Kyson Villarreal. Justin Kalen back here with Coach Jim Kazmarek as now we'll look at Floyd Central, see what they can get cooking in their next drive.
And I noticed Jared Brooks is on the kickoff team too.
He does it all. As this kickoff end over end, a beauty hauled in right around the 14. And now working.
Nice return.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Nice return.
Beyond the 35-yard line up to about the 37. As that was Noah Maddox on the return again. And now we'll see what the Highlanders can do from this starting field position.
And a little sophomore by the name of Adam Dye made a nice tackle on the kickoff. So, I liked what I saw in Columbus East's offensive series. They mixed it up really well. They have a nice zone running game that they run really well. Let's see how Floyd Central has an answer to this.
It's Robertson in the backfield, per usual, as he'll get the carry here. And able to trudge forward for about a gain of 3.
Those 3 smaller defensive linemen for Columbus are doing a nice job of holding their own.
I was thinking the same, yeah.
And Coach Vogel's a good coach, and he doesn't expect those kids to take on big, heavy blockers man on man. You got to move them around. You got to loop them. You got to come underneath. You got to slant them. You got to keep moving them, stem them.
As Robertson again will get the carry, and once again, great penetration by the Olympians.
Yeah, Brooks does a nice job. That middle linebacker, 0, I can see why opposing coaches are high on him also, and so is Coach Vogel. They brought a little stunt. They brought Brooks in on a stunt that time.
So Robertson does get back to the line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 now. By the way, Floyd Central, in their last 3 wins, putting up 45.5 points per game, allowing just 21. So looking for some offense here in this one. Now fakes the handoff. Mole will throw this one, and he's got his man this time. And that's going to be Wade Jacoby on the reception.
Yeah, and Oh, we got a flag.
We
Though.
do
Looks
have a
like
flag.
Could be holding maybe. There's a very well-designed play because Floyd Central brought one man shallow, one man deep, and brought Jacoby all the way across the field in the middle, and two guys can't cover three. So the one Olympian covers the short guy, one covers the deep guy, and that tight end dragging across the field is the guy who's open.
Unfortunately, it was a hold against the Highlanders, though, so back them up 10 yards. Coach, we've talked about Jared Brooks a number of times today, but Wade Jacoby, he's kind of like that guy for Floyd Central, just all over the field.
Right.
As Mole will give it a shot here on 3rd and 20. Fires it to the left again. He's got his man, Kaiser.
Good first down. Close.
Going to be really
close. Jack Mull does a really nice job getting outside, and the left tackle for Floyd Central, Blanton Varvel, really does a nice job of sealing off that whole side.
And a nice job getting exactly 20 yards, and that will pick up the first Floyd Central first down of the day.
I think East is going to have to come up with some way to get some pressure on the quarterback.
Now Mole with 2 receivers off to the right, hands it to Robertson, and he falls forward to the 50-yard line. I'll tell you what, Robertson, even if there's not a hole there, Coach, he's able to pick up 3-4 yards on seemingly every carry.
He's a tough runner. That was a nice tackle by Eric Duncan from his defensive tackle spot. 5'11", 165, a senior, and he got up underneath the big Floyd Central blocker, and that's what they're going to have to do.
So now Mole's going to send one out to each side of the formation. Once again, gives to Robertson. And once again, he keeps those legs churning and picks up about 3. So for the first time today, Floyd Central in Columbus East territory.
And East went to a 4-man defensive front. They brought in a little bit more size. Number 79, Noah Hildebrand, 250, came in at defensive tackle,
Garver Kelly in the game now at the wide receiver position as he's on the far side of the field for the Highlanders.
Sprint right. He's trying to wheel. They're trying to wheel. He's open. He
is open, but just overshot him. Was looking for Jacoby Jones that time.
That was a really well-designed play. That's what we call a wheel route, where the running back comes out of the backfield and up the field, and you end up isolated on a linebacker because the corner is taken deep with the wide receiver.
Now we're going to get a punt. Somewhat surprising decision here as it's a good one, end over end, hauled in right around the 13.
Uh-oh.
And now right up the middle. He's got some room.
He's gone.
And that's going to be an 87-yard kickoff punt return. No flags on the field. And Columbus East on top by 2 scores here.
Keaton Lawson, outstanding. He fair caught the first 2.
Yeah.
Maybe he was maybe playing a little decoy on Floyd Central's punt coverage team. Keaton Lawson made a really, really nice run.
Just over 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Columbus East now on top 13-0. Trying to boot through another extra point here as the snap a little low, but the hold good, and the kick is good as well. And that'll make it 14-0 here. As we'll step aside for a break, we'll come back, see how Floyd Central can try to answer right here on Glycod.
Is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And back here, Wigleb Stadium, as Chris Guerra sets to boot this thing away. Columbus East on top now 14-0 as we've got just over 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Justin Kalen, Coach Jim Kazmarek back with you, as this time it's going to be Robertson on the return for the Highlanders, and he struggles to get much of anything as he's stopped at the 26.
Yeah, Landon Stewart coming in, getting some special teams play. Landon Stewart is a good-looking 5'11", 170-pound wide receiver for the East, and he's a senior, so he's getting a chance to play on special teams. Now, let's see how Floyd Central responds to that, because that's really a shock, and I guarantee it, they didn't think they'd be out behind 14-0. So let's see what Coach Bragg's got cooked up here, because he's going to maybe start putting the ball in the air a little bit.
It's the exact opposite of their game last week against Jeffersonville when they found themselves ahead 14-0 after one quarter. As Jones moves it forward for a gain of about 5. Jeffersonville in that game last week able to come back and answer in that second quarter with 2 scores of their own. For Floyd Central leading 21-14 at half, and then it was what we alluded to in the pregame, back-to-back onside kicks.
Yeah.
Pretty well put that game away. As Mole will hand it off once again to Jones, and this time a good hole as he gets it up to the 40. Second first down of this first quarter for Floyd Central as they're looking to answer back.
Yeah, Jacoby Jones did a nice job of he started out right, planted that foot, and came back to the left. And the number 4, the defensive end for Columbus East, kind of over-penetrated and didn't close, and by not closing, he created a hole.
We'll see if they give to Jones again here, and they will. And once again, he's got some space beyond the 50 and up to nearly the 45, and back-to-back first downs here.
Yeah, and he broke a tackle by Brooks. Brooks was right there, and Jones went right through that tackle. So Floyd's got something going here with Jacoby Jones at running back.
I'll tell you what, I really like Jacoby Jones. When I look at him down on the field, Coach, he reminds me a lot of Mitchell Bernardi, who was a running back the past couple seasons for Floyd Central.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid. And 6 foot, 220.
Yeah, just got that running back body as here he goes again on the carry and able to pick up 3 more thanks to some help from his friends.
Yeah, and even though you're a big, strong running back, you still need your lineman to make some holes for you.
Looked like Lucas Alejandro coming up to give him that extra shove. I know the coaching staff at Floyd Central very high on Alejandro.
Yeah, they are. Coach Bragg spoke about him very highly before the Silver Creek game. Said he's got some really good linemen. Watch this kid here. He's going to be a good one.
Down to 45 seconds left here in this first quarter. Floyd Central with a little momentum here to end the first frame as it's going to be a toss over to Kaiser. And Kaiser trying to tiptoe that sideline, but gets hit out of bounds right around the 40 by our guy Jared Brooks again.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5.
See if they decide to run a play here or not. Just 20 seconds on the game clock.
Let the clock run down. Get a chance to talk to your players.
Looks like that's what they're going to opt to do as they are in no hurry to get back up to the line as we're down to 5 seconds and they start walking towards the sidelines. So that'll bring us to an end of quarter number 1. We'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side with more Southern Indiana High School football right here on Glycod.
Cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
1 quarter down, and it was all Columbus East as they lead 14-0 here in our Hoosier Hills Conference contest here this afternoon. Justin Kalen back alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek as Coach Floyd Central ending that first quarter with a little momentum with the football now. As they're going to throw it here on this third down play.
And they're going to lose a yard. That was a long throw for that quick screen, and Columbus East's players reacted to it really well, but they were able to react to it because it was such a long throw from one hash mark to almost to the sideline. So the ball's in the air way too long for that kind of play to be successful.
Glad to see the offense stay out there this time, as last time they had this in similar field position. They punted it away, which led to an 87-yard kickoff or a punt return. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and 6. Fakes the handoff to Jones, and they're going to pick it up. Nicely done there by the Highlanders as they're inside the 20 or 30-yard line.
That play is so difficult to defend because they're riding the running back in, and it looks like a running play. The linemen are blocking like it's a running play, so the linebackers have to respect the running play, and the quarterback pulls it out and dumps it right over the linebacker's head, who is honoring the running play. Now, the other part of that is the linebackers, it was 4th and 7. The linebackers should have known they weren't going to run the ball.
Yeah. Matthew Polk was the ball receiver there, as this time the carrier is Robertson. Able to pick up about 7 yards on that carry, and now they're inside the 20-yard line.
That was a big play. That was a big momentum play for Floyd Central, by the way.
We'll see how they can respond here.
Surprised we don't see more of that from any of the teams that we watch. Is that I call it the run-pass option kind of play.
As Mole again going to hand it off to Robertson. Gets it up to about the 15. And that'll be enough for another first down, 5th time today. The Floyd Central has crossed the sticks.
Yeah, Brooks, and another nice tackle by Brooks from Columbus East. Right now, the Floyd Central offensive line is kind of regaining some of that dominance that we saw last week. And Columbus East has beefed up their defensive line a little bit, if you can see.
Yeah. Guy in the middle there.
Yep, he's a big boy.
That's 74, Anthony Zhu, as Robertson again on the carry, able to pick up about 4. Austin Zhu listed at 5'10", 330 in the middle of that defensive line for Columbus East.
You're not going to move him much, but Anthony's got to move too. So he's playing right over that center. Sam Franks, 5'8", 220. So this guy's got Franks outweighed by 100 pounds.
Yeah. Been a long, sustained drive here for the Highlanders. Couple defenders for the Olympians with their hands on their hips. We'll see what Mole does here. He's going to hand it off to Jones. Jones has his his jersey grabbed, but it's not going to matter as he scampers into the end zone. An 11-yard rushing touchdown, and Floyd Central finally on the board.
Yep, and they needed that. That was a nice play. Jones does a nice job because he was stopped. They had his jersey, were pulling his jersey, kept his feet moving, and broke the tackle. I think some of the Olympian defenders kind of slowed down because they really thought they were going to stop him on that on the jersey grab tackle.
And the extra point is up and through, so Floyd Central now back in somewhat close, 14-7 now. They trail by a score. We'll step aside for a break, come back on the other side with Columbus East. Next possession on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And back here, Wigleb Stadium, Columbus East 14-7, and go ahead and make sure to check out the latest Birds bonus plus continuous score updates from around the area on glycod.com. Do have one more game in the area here this afternoon, as Silver Creek and Jeffersonville will be on Glycod as well. So watch this one, take it in. Flip over to Jeffersonville, Silver Creek following us. That game's slated for 5 o'clock this afternoon.
A doubleheader. I love it. You know, I love this playing Saturday like this. That when I was in high school, that's what we'd play. We played Saturday afternoon, and it kind of reminds me of that. And Floyd Central's fight song was my high school fight song. So
there you go.
And we're playing on Saturday afternoon, bringing back memories.
Jeffersonville actually going to play on back-to-back Saturdays, as they'll play New Albany next Saturday.
Huh.
That game's slated for 11 a.m.
Why is that?
Not real sure. Heard some rumors, but just rumors.
Oh.
As the kickoff here, low line drive, hauled in right around the 29-yard line.
Turn upfield, turn upfield, turn upfield.
And a great job defensively there by Floyd Central.
You are not gaining anything by running from the sideline to sideline. That young man is Diesel Craig, a 9th grader, and I'm guaranteed Coach Vogel is going to say, Diesel, my man, you turn upfield, not sideline to sideline.
All right. Now Columbus East, we'll see how they attack things here on their next offensive drive. Their lone offensive touchdown of the contest came via their quarterback, Kyson Villarreal. As here he is, going to turn around, hands this one to Taupe.
Taupe again.
And he gets across the 40, another first down for Columbus East.
Yeah, Columbus East runs what's called a zone running game, where all the linemen just block in one direction, and the running back kind of finds a hole. It's not like run the hole A, B, C, or D. He kind of finds a hole, and it's called a zone running attack. They do a nice job of that.
Halpy remains in the game at running back. Villarreal will turn around, hand it to him again, and once again he busts up the right side and picks up about 9 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and that time there, the left guard and tackle, Gavin Corley and Anthony Zhu, I hope I pronounced that name correctly. I didn't see a pronunciation on the roster.
I think you nailed it, Coach.
Did a nice job of pulling and being the lead blockers. They pulled from their left spot around to the right side and did a nice job.
Just over 8 minutes left now here in this first half, as Villarreal will keep it, and nothing doing that time. Great penetration by the Floyd Central defenders.
Yep, and it looked like Floyd Central had that spotted from the get-go.
Looked like Justice Braid, the first one to get to him. William Brown also in on that stop.
Yep.
And that'll bring up 3rd and short here, about 2 yards to go. Highlander contingency makes a little noise here, looking for a defensive stop. Villarreal looking to throw this one. Now he steps up to run it, and he is able to pick up the first down and a whole lot more. The coverage kind of just fell apart there.
Well, and the coverage was good. The pass coverage was excellent. That's why he put it on his arm and took off. The problem was, again, you have to contain. Those ends have to stay in a contained rush, and one of them didn't, and that's where Villarreal was able to find the weakness in that defensive front.
That'll bring up the first down here as the Olympians back in Floyd Central territory. Just over 7 to play here in this first half. Another throwing play here, and this time Jared Brooks comes up with the reception.
Yep.
Quick tackle by Matthew Polk.
Yeah, Matthew Polk, again, one of the top linebackers in our area.
Read that one perfectly. Give him 2 yards on the reception, so brings up a 2nd and 8 here. Another handoff here to Halpy. And he breaks loose again beyond the 30 and tackled down right around the 10-yard line. So that was Nolan Lippert dragging him out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a very good example of 2 things right there. That was a great example of a good, hard running back who will keep his feet moving and keep his shoulder pads moving forward, and also a very good example of some poor tackling.
Halpy having a fantastic first half here today. As Columbus East, 1st and goal now as the ball nestled on the 9-yard line. As fakes the handoff, Villarreal keeps it himself, and he's able to get up for a gain of about 4. A host of Highlanders jumped on his back there.
You know, last week, Halpe last week had 134 yards rushing against New Albany last week, and he's got 308 yards rushing on the season. I think he's just kind of coming around now.
3 touchdown carries as well for him. 2nd and goal now, ball on the 6-yard line. As Halpe will get the carry here, tries to bust through the middle. Great job clogging that lane.
That was Matt.
That was Polk again.
Yeah, that was Matt Polk again at linebacker. He did a really nice job of filling that hole because there was a hole there. I thought, he's going to go in and score. It was there, and it wasn't there.
They end up stopping him at the 4-yard line, so 3rd and goal now from the 4.
Uh-oh. Better call time.
And that is going to be a timeout called, so with that, we'll step aside for one as well. 14-7 our score. 5 minutes left here in this first half. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
You know, I spoke with Coach Bragg last week about his defense, and his philosophy is to bend but don't break. And they're giving up a lot of yardage, but when they get down in that red zone, the goal line area, the 5-yard line inside the 5, they become a very, very good defensive team. They're not breaking. They are bending and giving up a lot of yardage.
We'll see how they can try to come up with a stop here as it's 3rd and goal from the 4. Feels like a big play here in this first half as we've got 5 minutes left. 14-7 our score. Villarreal going to hand this one off. Halpe, and once again the Highlanders stand strong. Once again, Matthew
Polk. Yeah, you better put a body on him. I'm telling you, he's gonna make plays. So the Olympians are going for it. And we got the referee calling timeout.
Like we had a towel in the backfield that's going to be picked up. Halpe kind of jogging awkwardly to that sideline. Slight limp. And he's going to be replaced here as they will indeed look to go for it on 4th and goal from the 2.
I'm thinking that they're not going to give the ball to the running back that just came in the game. Villarreal, I think, is going to be the ball carrier here.
And he starts from the shotgun here. He's got one receiver to each side. As he will indeed keep it. His running back got crushed. He will get crushed and loses the football.
Pick it up.
And guess who jumped on top of it, Coach? Matthew Polk.
And I think Matthew Polk was the one who made the tackle, the original tackle and the penetration.
What a stop there from the Highlanders when they needed it most. A huge defensive play.
Huge. But pick up the ball and run with it. Don't fall on it.
Yeah, he had all kinds of real estate. He just scooped that up.
Yeah.
But he's jacked up nonetheless. Couple hugs on the sideline for him.
Coach Bragg is fired up, too. He wants that offense to get to the line of scrimmage and start running some plays.
He was so far on the field, I thought he was going to grab a helmet.
Use that momentum. Now the referees, for some reason or another, have decided to have a conference.
Yeah, it looks like a short conference.
Yeah, they just kind of slow down the momentum, though.
Looks like they're talking to a couple of the Floyd Central players down there on that line. Now they back up. Here we go. See if Highlanders can get another score on the board. Needed the big takeaway, and they got it.
And
as now Robertson dashes for a first down.
Robertson.
And the longer this game goes on, Coach, the more momentum it seems like Floyd Central is garnering.
Yep. They're learning to play from behind. Last week in the Jeff game, they didn't have to do that. Against Silver Creek, they didn't have to do that. Shows a lot of character, what kind of character your team has when they play from behind and playing well.
They definitely learned how to play from behind against Seymour 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's
I'll tell
right.
you that.
They did. You're right.
Down 22-7 in that game, ended up winning 50-29 as the reception here made, I believe that's Kaiser, and it is.
Yeah. Again, that's that long pass. And, Floyd Central was lucky that the Olympian, the Columbus East player, missed the initial tackle.
That'll set up a second, and we'll call it 3.
Look for Kaiser now on that kind of play. Look for Kaiser to do a little stop and go and watch, see if they'll hit him deep.
As it'll be Robertson on the carry as he's able to pick up another first down.
Does it look like the Floyd Central offensive line have decided they want to dominate again?
Yeah, absolutely.
They really are. They're really coming down, really playing hard right now.
Led by Lucas Alejandro in the middle of that line.
So Columbus East goes to a 4-man line.
Now everybody's stacked near the formation with the exception of those 2 receivers. As Robertson this time is going to be stopped in the backfield. Great job defensively there by A.J. Tyndall.
Yeah, A.J. Tyndall, and then Brooks came in to finish it off. But, yeah, Tyndall did a really nice job. And he did a nice job because he used a technique, a kind of a swim, a little underneath move to defeat the blocker.
Robertson does get back to the line of scrimmage, however, so 2nd and 10 upcoming here. This time it's going to be Isaac Kaiser going to the far side of the field. There you see him walking up to the 40. Robertson again will get the carry, and this time able to lower that shoulder and pick up a respectable gain. Ball does come out. They're going to say it was after he was downed.
So we got 3rd and 5.
Under 2 to play. I think it's all dependent on if they pick up this first down, what happens next, right, Coach?
Yeah, it's too early in the game to do something silly, but I would punt it. I don't want to give Columbus East the ball inside the 50-yard line.
Mole looks to throw this one.
Oh.
And overshoots his man, was looking for Camden Harrod.
Yeah, just a little bit overthrown. And he had a little bit of pressure, somebody in his face, made him overthrow the ball a little bit. So, yeah, Floyd's going to punt. Smart move on Coach's part. Now, he may have a little trick, Yeah. Floyd's pretty good at running some tricks.
We've seen our fair share.
I would be prepared for a fake punt if I was – no, not this time. Harrod makes a nice kick. He's in a good punt.
That's a beautiful punt. And fair caught at the 19-yard line, and that's where Columbus East will take over with 90 seconds to play here in this first half. And if you're Coach Vogel, how are you attacking things here with a minute and a half to play?
Well, I need to get a couple first downs because Floyd's got all 3 of their timeouts, so Floyd can get the ball back probably with, if they play it right, they can get the ball back with about a minute left. So I want to get at least a first down.
Looks like they're going to spread things out here. 2 receivers to each side. Halpy, the running back in the backfield. As Villarreal says something to him, now he's going to turn around and hands it off to him, and nothing doing there.
Call timeout.
And it will indeed be a quick timeout. William Brown in on that tackle. Like our guy Matthew Polk was in on it as well.
I think we're seeing 2 of the better linebackers with Brooks and Polk in one game. That's a pretty neat thing to see those 2 young men play as well as they do at the high level they're playing at.
Yeah, you mentioned at the top, Coach, we hope that this was a better weather game because both these teams very similar on paper, and Despite the weather conditions, it's been an entertaining one thus far, especially when it comes to watching those linebackers.
Yeah, very, very, very entertaining game and very well-played game, a good defensive game. If you like good defense, which I do, but I like good offense too, it's a very well-played defensive game. I was just really surprised at the play that Columbus East came up with on that goal line, their last goal line play.
Yeah.
That was
head scratching.
Yeah. But, one of the things that hurt him probably was hope he wasn't in the game. And that probably, okay, I'm not going to give the ball to this kid that I just put in the game. Coaches never do that.
Just 2 penalties here in this first half as well, so cleanly played first half.
Yeah. Looks like the rain's coming down a little bit harder now.
From a different direction. A throw here
Upfield.
Into the middle of the field. That's Brooks crossing the first down sticks.
Yeah, and he got the first down. So that's going to help.
And no timeout called yet by Coach Vogel.
No, had they stopped him, then I think Coach Bragg would have called timeout.
Yeah. On the Columbus East side of things, they get the football first coming out of the halftime break, so no heavy pressure to go down and score here.
What? Why would you call timeout? Why would you call timeout?
Wasted 21 seconds off the clock. You could have done that with 1:14 left. As 53 seconds left, we'll step aside for a break ourselves. Stick with us. We've got more coming up on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Okay, so with 53 seconds left and you got the lead, all you want to do is run the clock out. Don't give Floyd Central the ball back, and certainly don't call a timeout for Floyd Central. And they did.
Maybe they're looking for the score here. I don't know if you got the time, but could be part of the strategy.
I mean, you wasted 21 seconds.
Mm-hmm. They're indeed going to look to throw here.
Run it, stay in bounds.
And they end up throwing it and drive. You're spot on, Coach. They're going to give this football back to Floyd Central.
Well, Floyd Central's timekeeper doesn't stop the clock.
Heard from a number of fans below us.
So Columbus East is playing right into Floyd Central's hands. This is strange.
It's now a 2nd and 10. Yeah, with that incomplete pass, clock stops at 40.4.
Yep. They better make a first down here. They're going to be.
And they're going to wisely keep it in the hands of Villarreal.
Stay in bounds, stay in bounds, stay in bounds. Then he went out of bounds.
That's close.
Nope, wind the clock.
Yep.
Keep the clock going. All right, 26 seconds and 33. Don't run a play. Do not run a play.
Right.
Just stand there.
And they certainly don't look like they're in any hurry here.
Well, they should. There's 13 seconds on the game clock and 18 seconds on the play clock. So,
man, they are going to just take this thing to halftime with 5 seconds left. So it's going to be a 14-7 score at the half. Columbus East 14-0 after 1. But Floyd Central answers with a touchdown here in this second quarter. And we've got a good one coming down the stretch here tonight in this one. We'll step aside for a break, and we will come back on the other side with your halftime report. Stick with us. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football right here on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
Back here, Wiglub Stadium, as we are right in the midst of our halftime break here today. A 14-7 lead for the Columbus East Olympians after one half of play. Justin Kalen back here with Coach Jim Kazmarek. And, Coach, well-played first half of action. I thought both teams had moments where they shined. Both teams had moments where they could have been a little bit better, but all in all, entertaining first half.
Yeah, two very good high school football teams, well coached. Impressed with Columbus East. They've moved the ball well. The last drive was stopped on the 5. You never want to have that to happen. One of the biggest momentum changers is a goal line stand. When a defense comes up with a goal line stand, boy, that fires up your team. And so Columbus East really didn't want that to happen for multiple reasons. Number one, they get 21 points. But a great first half. Two running backs are doing well. Hoopy and Jacoby Jones, both running well. I like Villarreal at quarterback. I like the fullback playing quarterback. I think that's an interesting concept for Coach Vogel.
Yeah, both teams with explosive plays in that first half. Columbus East with a punt return for a touchdown. You mentioned that defensive stop for Floyd Central. So both teams have had momentum at some points in that first half. And when you think about that, look up at the scoreboard, 14-7 scoreline. Makes sense here tonight.
Sure does.
So big game here, Hoosier Hills Conference contest, as the winner of this one will be in great position heading into the rest of the season. As we'll go ahead and step aside for a break here, we'll come back on the other side. We'll take a look at some of the scoring plays as well as other statistics from that first half of action. Stick with us. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Hackey Page today.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back here, Wiglub Stadium, as we've got about 7 minutes left here in our halftime break. 14-7, Columbus East on top of the Floyd Central Highlanders. Justin Kalen back here with Coach Jim Kazmarek. And Coach, a fun first half of action, as let's take a look at some of our first half scoring numbers presented by German Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. It was Columbus East getting the scoring started with a touchdown run by their quarterback Kyson Villarreal from 1 yard out on the quarterback sneak with 5:49 left in that first quarter of play. They then got their second touchdown with 2:21 left in the first quarter with an 87-yard punt return touchdown, as that was taken in by Keaton Lawson. It was a 14-0 lead for Columbus East after one. Floyd Central then answered in the second quarter with 9:25 to play with an 11-yard rushing touchdown from Jacoby Jones. So back and forth first half there. Both teams, like I said, Coach, had momentum. Jacoby Jones, really, though, he was the answer, and that's surprising when you come into this game expecting to see a heavy dose of Sebastian Robertson. It was really Jacoby Jones, the main man for Floyd Central.
Yeah, he came in and kind of was their spark. He sparked that offense and did a good job.
And then both teams obviously having good defensive efforts as well, as it's 14-7 up on the scoreboard. Kind of what we expected. Both of these teams have had a number of games in Hoosier Hills Conference play, but we've seen all season long. They've had good defensive units, and that tonight is no exception.
Yep. And if you like good defense, you're watching a really, really good game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm interested to see how the second half shakes out. Let's take a look at some of our other first half stats. Columbus East with 8 first downs in that first half. Floyd Central with 7. Just 2 penalties in the first half, both of them committed by Floyd Central. And then the 1 turnover, like we talked about with Columbus East, on the fumble recovery by Matthew Polk. So very cleanly played game. 1 turnover, 2 penalties. I'll take that 10 times out of 10.
And like I say, a very entertaining game. Both teams playing really, really hard, and both coaches are doing a really good job of trying to counter what the other coach is doing.
And both teams now back in the locker room trying to decide how they want to attack things here in this second half. We'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side, and Coach and I will discuss the second half. What needs to change? What kind of adjustments can we see from each of these teams? And ultimately, how does this one shake out here this afternoon? Stick with us. We've got more Southern Indiana High School football coming right up on Glycod.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
Back here, Wigleb Stadium, as we've got just a couple minutes left here in our halftime break. Justin Kalen, Coach Jim Kazmarek back with you. And, Coach, let's go ahead and take a look, revisit our keys to the game. Give me one key for each of these teams, something they're maybe doing well in or something they could improve upon as this one goes along.
Well, okay, for Columbus East, one of the keys was to stop the Floyd Central running game. And for the most part, they've kept them under wraps and done a really nice job of that. Those undersized defensive linemen and that good linebacker Brooks are doing a really good job. So that's a key, and it continues to be a key in the second half.
And for Floyd Central?
Well, again, dominating the line of scrimmage was a key that I thought was going to be very important, and they haven't done that yet. They haven't really dominated that, both offensively or defensively. So really what I look for is Coach Bragg talking to his defensive lineman, his offensive lineman, and say, we need the same effort that we got last week so that you do dominate this. That we need that effort from you guys to win this game. So on one side, Columbus East has done a good job of controlling the Floyd Central running game. And on the other side, Floyd Central is not dominating that line of scrimmage like I thought they would.
Absolutely. We'll see how it all shakes out in the second half. One more break coming up. We'll be back on the other side with the second half of action right here on Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Justin Kalen, Coach Jim Kazmarek back with you as we are just about set for the second half of action. 14-7, Columbus East on top of Floyd Central as both teams now heading over to their sidelines. Coach, any expectations here in this second half?
Well, I'm excited to see how Columbus East starts the second half. Are they going to continue to run Hopi, Villarreal take over, throw some more passes to Brooks? And I'm also excited to see how Floyd Central's defense is going to react because really Columbus East has done a good job of moving the ball up and down the field. They only got one touchdown out of it, but still they've controlled the clock.
Now,
it'd be interesting to see how both teams start the second half.
I want to bring this up to you because we were both here last week when Floyd Central played Jeff. Of course, Jeff was supposed to get the second half kickoff. Floyd went with the onside kick. Any chance we see any of that here?
You think Columbus East hasn't seen that film and is ready for it?
They've got enough up there.
They got all their players up there. I don't think Coach Bragg is going to try to do that again today. But you never know because you got to watch them. They're tricky.
I didn't think he would try to do it 2 times in a row last week.
Watch number 40. He's tricky. And look at Columbus East. They got every one of their guys are ready.
It's kind of the same look they gave it last week.
That's
just
right.
Everybody bunched up there around the ball.
All of a sudden, the kicker runs up and kicks it. And
Rain briefly stopped during that halftime for the first time in 36 hours.
All right, see what he's going to do. He's going to do it. Onside kick? Nope.
So it appears they will boot it away, although their second onside kick last week was for this formation. I think you're right. I think he probably just kicks it deep, and he will. Hauled in at the 18.
Up to the 30.
Not much doing there. A dog pile.
Tell me who made the tackle.
I'm going to give credit to...
There was a whole clan of Floyd Central Highlanders on that tackle.
I'm giving Crew Neely the credit.
All right. You just pick a name out of the hat?
No, he was down there.
Oh, okay.
He was in on the play.
Right. Now let's see now how both teams now are going to start this second half. It's going to determine what their game plan is going to be.
Columbus East on top by 7. A huge Hoosier Hills Conference game here today. Villarreal with Brooks in motion. Going to hand this one off to Halpy, and much better job there defensively by Floyd Central as William Brown comes up to make the stop. William Brown's been active here in this one.
I'm telling you, William Brown is one of the better defensive linemen in this area. He's a tough kid. He's 6 foot and 270, but he moves much better than a 270-pound kid.
Seems like that's the case every year here at Floyd Central. They've always got 2 or 3 of those kids play offensive line, defensive line, just one of the best in the area. William Brown, no exception.
Yep.
And that time he jumps, but able to get back.
Didn't call it.
And Halpy going to run it again, and once more, not a whole lot of room there to navigate as he gets it up to the 35.
Yeah, Floyd Central making some substitutions. Number 74, Trent Mulhall in the game.
Looks like defensively coming out of the halftime break, a motivated Highlander defense. See what they can do here on 3rd and 5. Takes the handoff. Now Villarreal going to throw this one. He's got a man downfield, and that is going to be hauled in. What a snag.
What a catch. What a throw, huh?
Holy smokes, that was Keaton Lawson hauling that one in, the team's leading wide receiver.
And the leading punt returner also.
Absolutely.
Villarreal does a really nice job of rolling out, setting his feet, getting his shoulder square, and throwing that long ball. That was a super nice play.
So now deep into Highlander territory, 1st and 10 here from the 30. As handoff on the end around. That's going to be Lawson with it again as he gets it up to about the 22, but there is some laundry on the field.
Yeah.
Looks like the area of holding.
Holding, it is. And those, such a momentum stopper, really.
Yeah. See, first penalty of the game for Columbus East.
And it just comes at the wrong time. You got momentum, you're down inside the 30-yard line, and now you're going to be on the 40, and it's going to be 1st and 20, and you begin to look in your playbook for 1st and 20 plays. So let's try to get 7 or 8 yards on this play, 7 or 8 yards on the next, and make our 3rd down play.
Chip away at it. Villarreal again will take off with it. Not a whole lot of room there as he is able to gain about 3 on the carry, but once more, great job defensively there by Floyd Central.
Yeah, he looked like he was stopped 3 different times and just kept moving, kept bouncing out. But Floyd Central does a nice job of pursuing and setting the edge.
William Brown on the tackle again. So he's been one of the 2 standouts defensively for Floyd Central today between him and Matthew Polk. Villarreal, 2nd and long here, throws it right away, and that's hauled in by Brooks. And he gets beyond the original line of scrimmage up to about the 27-yard line.
Now it's manageable. Now it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. And that's manageable because you're in 4-down territory. So let's get 4 or 5 yards here and then try to make the 1st down on the 4th down play.
Like you talked about, just got to chip away at it, get a few yards at a time, and now here they go on 3rd and 8 with under 9 to play here in this third quarter.
Look for him to sprint right.
Fakes the throw and gives the handoff to Halpy, and he's able to get it up to about the 20, maybe even the 19.
I'm not sure.
Near side officials at the 20, far side was at the 19. Yeah. Now the far side goes to the 20.
Yeah.
So a little short.
Yeah, it's going to be short, but one referee had it marked. He had a right foot mark, the other had a left foot mark. So right foot mark 1.
So here we go now on 4th and 1.
Yeah, Columbus East has not been very successful on these 4th down plays, so let's see what Floyd Central can come up with again.
Villarreal going to go up to the line, and he's going to try to work his way through there, and he will. Gets it by about a yard.
Yeah. Like I say, a good quarterback on a quarterback sneak, when he gets up there, he can see where there's a seam in that defense.
Well, hats off to him. I couldn't see a seam in that defense. There were about 7 guys right on the line. That'll make it now 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line for the Olympians here. Brooks in motion from left to right. Handoff again to Halpy, slips, loses his footing in the backfield, and he is going to be stopped for a loss of a couple.
It was nothing there at all.
Looked like he tried to change directions there and just kind of lost his footing a little bit.
Will Brown again on the tackle.
Yep.
He lost 2 yards.
That'll make it 2nd and 12 here. Good drive going for Columbus East.
Yeah, let's see. Columbus East gets something on the outside. Run one of those outside zone plays, off tackle to the right.
Halpy the back in the backfield. It's going to be a toss here towards the end zone.
Oh, my goodness, open.
And Keaton Lawson
sakes.
Could not haul that one in. That was picture perfect. Everything other than the catch.
Yep, everything but the catch. Villarreal threw a perfect strike, and Lawson went up nice and high, and just a ball went right through his hands.
Often wonder how that affects a quarterback's psyche when something like that happens. Like, what else could you have done, you know?
The quarterback's going to say, I know you didn't drop it on purpose.
Yeah, that's true.
So that
3rd and 12 now. Pennington all over him. That was actually Wade Jacoby.
Oh, my, he caught it.
And he did
Lawson
catch it.
Caught that one.
Lawson this time again, yeah.
Once again, you see a route where you have 2 offensive players right together, and Lawson was the one that came up with the catch.
One wide receiver dove for it, nearly knocked it away from Lawson.
Yeah.
As Halpy going to take this one, and he gets in there.
No, they said he's down on the 1. Oh, no.
Near side official says
he's got a touchdown. All right, he's got a touchdown. You better go in there and tell him you got a touchdown.
He's gonna.
No,
he's good. He's good. We'll run another play.
Oh no, that's not right. We have one referee call it a touchdown, the other one not. You need to go over there and assert yourself a little bit.
I agree.
Sir. Because this plays right into Floyd Central's hands, though.
It looked like from our angle it was touchdown as well, but they're going to make him run another play here on 2nd and goal. Villarreal will try to get in there again, and this time he will. And that'll give Columbus East a 2-score lead once again.
Boy, that was a wonderful series by Columbus East. They were in positions where they could have had to punt the ball or lose the ball or turn it over to Floyd. Did a nice job. Villarreal really did a nice job of moving his team down the field.
Now the extra point. Try to be booted through here to make it a 21-7 game. Snap low, but the hold is good. The kick looks good as well, and that'll make it a 21-7 lead for Columbus East. We'll step aside for a break here, come back and see how Floyd Central does on their next possession right here on Glycod.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nearly halfway through this third quarter of play as Columbus East with an extended drive coming out of the halftime break to extend their lead up to 21-7 with 6:24 to go here in this third quarter. Justin Kalen back alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek, as now the Olympians will boot it away. And if you're Floyd Central here, you've got to respond some way, somehow.
Yeah, this is an important series for them to respond on Columbus East score.
As the kickoff picked up at the 10-yard line, that looks like Maddox again on the return, and he's able to get it up to about the 25, and that's where the Highlanders will start. Saw one of our MVPs down there on that Floyd Central sideline with his towel, keeping those balls dry.
Told you, the most important player in the
Absolutely.
However,
I agree with you.
It looks like it has really stopped raining.
Yeah. It's slowed down.
Yep. No, I don't see any rain. See a lot of people with umbrellas right down below us.
Yeah. I'm going with them. As Mole looks to throw this one. Gets it to Jacoby Jones, but he's going to lose yardage. Great pursuit there by Jared Brooks and company. Looked like Brody Miller also in on the tackle.
Yep.
That'll make it a long second down now, 2nd and 12.
Columbus East had very good pass coverage, too. When you look down the field in their secondary, they had everybody covered.
It's been a lot of short passes today for Jack Mole. I've seen him in past weeks go deep down the field.
Looking for Isaac Kaiser. There he is.
He'll throw again here. Once again, hits Jacoby Jones. Refuses to go down, but he's going to lose. Now they're going to say he got back to where he was.
That's generous.
Yeah.
That's a generous spot.
To say the least.
So I keep waiting for him to go deep to Isaac Kaiser with a little stop-and-go pass on one of those fake quick screens with a pump and then reload and throw deep. But
or even guys like Camden Harrett and Zeno Lawson. We've seen both of those guys streak down the field as well at times this season.
Yeah, Harrett's a good receiver. He did a nice job last week.
Harrett on the near side closest to us.
There he is.
As this time to the left side, and that's going to be caught for the first down. And right on cue, Isaac Kaiser makes the catch.
Yeah, Columbus East was a little bit soft on their coverage and no pass rush. So the combination of no pass rush and soft coverage, a 10-yard, 12-yard pass is pretty simple for Jack Mole.
And it does give Floyd Central the first down with under 4.5 to play here in this third quarter. Mole, 2 receivers off to the right. Hands this one off to Jacoby Jones. He busts right up the middle, keeps those legs churning, and gets all the way up to the 50.
Yeah, still busted.
Great run there, and now a late flag coming in. Looks like this one's going to go against Columbus East. We've got a Highlander on the field. That was Jacoby Jones. Number of fans below us standing up.
I don't know, but Jacoby Jones is out of the game immediately. So I don't know if that indicates it was on him.
Was the coach calling him to the sideline, or was he told by the officials?
No, the Coach Bragg took him out. Robertson's in the game. So now we're going to have a discussion. Who pushed who?
Jack Mole trying to fire up Robertson. Long discussion here.
Oh,
now they're going to.
Oh, they're bringing the other one in now. He didn't throw the flag. What does he have to do with this?
Both coaches standing near their sidelines just waiting for some sort of resolution here with 4:08 to play in the third quarter. Columbus East 21, Floyd Central 7. Bragg just walking around down there with the hands behind the back. He gets a word from one of his other coaching staff members.
Oh, here we go. All right, personal foul against Floyd Central.
Wow, and that's it. I didn't see what happened inside that scrum. I just saw Jones was on the turf.
Yeah. And that's a dead ball foul, so he got the first down. So now it's going to be first down and
25, right?
No, it's first down and 15. No, don't move the chains. No, don't move the chains. No, don't move the chains.
Now the official's trying to get it right here.
It was a dead ball. That's bad.
Now they're going to give him 1st and 10 here. That's not right.
No, it's not. Because it's a dead ball foul. So he got the first down. The ball should be marked from the. I can't believe Coach Vogel's not losing his mind over there.
He seems pretty content.
I know. Well.
All right, here we go on 1st and 10. Mole hands it to Robertson. Gain of 2.
Let me ask you this. Have you guys heard a whistle? Do you keep hearing like an inadvertent somebody's got a whistle somewhere?
Not that I've heard.
I keep hearing like a whistle sometimes.
2 yards on the carry there for Robertson, and he immediately comes out of the game. Or I don't want to speculate, Coach, but I'm surprised how little we've seen Sebastian Robertson this week.
Yeah, me too. This is surprising.
As Jacoby Jones back in the game now, he gets the carry here.
Oh, here we go.
Couple yards on the gain, but there is a flag fly out late.
Things are getting a little chippy.
Yep.
It's getting a little chippy. We need to get things under control.
They call a face mask against Columbus East. So that'll help. That's still just the 5th penalty of the game.
A 5-yard face mask penalty.
2nd penalty for Columbus East with that face mask. So that'll bring up 2nd and about 3 here. Mole looking to his left. Oh, he's got it. Hands this one to Jones again. This time Jones with some room along that left side and able to pick up the first down with relative ease.
The Columbus East needs to set that edge. Their outside linebacker or defensive end, whichever one is responsible, needs to set that edge and not allow that ball to bounce outside. That's your job. You stay outside, keep your outside shoulder free. Don't let anybody block your outside shoulder and set that edge. It's either the linebacker or defensive end.
Here we go on 1st and 10 as Floyd Central nearing Columbus East territory again. That's a strike over the middle and caught. And a couple late flags flying in. Zeno Lawless, the receiver.
I don't know.
This could have called helmet to helmet there, I guess, is what they're calling.
I guess. Whatever it is, all 3 of the officials seem to think it was a penalty.
So penalty numbers really ramping up here in the second half.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if you watched Thursday Night Football, I'm not going to go Al Michaels on you. So it is penalty against Columbus East. So another Floyd Central first down, and they're starting to move the football here.
Well, they're moving the ball on penalties right now. But that was a good pass. Nice pass, nice catch. Zen Lawless, sophomore. But Columbus East has got to get some pressure on Jack Mull. If they're going to let him sit free in that pocket, he's going to pick them apart.
Down to 3 minutes left here in this third quarter. 1st and 10. Mull looking to throw again. Sebastian Robertson, great block in the middle there as that one nearly hauled in. Highlander contingency below us, wanted pass interference.
Yeah, Zach Foster, number 2 at the corner, may have gotten away with a little bit of a bump there. 6 foot, 170-pound senior, does a nice job in coverage, but he may have got away with a little bump.
Pass was intended for Camden Harrett. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 now.
And again, East cannot get any pressure on Mull right now. They've got to come up with a way to get some pressure on him.
It's Robertson on the carry as he's going to get a slight push from behind. And not a whole lot of room there as he maybe picks up 2.
Yeah, Zach Foster, I don't know how he came in from his cornerback spot to make a tackle in the middle of the line, but he did. He was one of the players in the middle. But, we talked to the coach about these guys play like their hair's on fire, and maybe we can talk about that later because that's kind of a strange concept. But they're excited about playing defense, and they run to the football.
Mull on 3rd and 9 here. His heap gets pressured right away. He's got to evade it. Now he tosses down the field. Camden Harrett on the catch and the touchdown.
Yep.
What a play there from 22 yards out. Mull faces some pressure, had to get it out.
No touchdown.
Oh, they're going to mark him at the 1.
Yeah.
Either way, very impressive play there by the Highlander quarterback.
Can you see it? Can you run that again on that replay?
We'll get another look at it here. Just extending that play for Mull.
Yeah, he had his foot in bounds.
Now the Floyd Central fans starting to get a little testy below us. So we've got 1:59 left here in this third quarter. Highlander's going to try to sneak it in, and with ease, Jack Mull crosses the pylon and gets it in.
I've seen more quarterback sneaks tonight than I think I've seen in the last 3 years of doing this.
That was actually the backup quarterback, Jackson Stone, taking it across. Either way, it results in a Floyd Central touchdown, and they're back within 1 score.
And, interesting, and again, this is a credit to Coach Bragg, because Jack Mull is always in a shotgun. He's not used to taking a direct snap from the center. So they have a quarterback who takes practice with the direct snap to the center. And so you don't have to worry about Jack Mull messing that up.
So now the extra point is up, and it is through, and that'll make it a 21-14 game with 1:58 left here in the third. We'll step aside for a break, come back, and we'll see how Columbus East answers right here on Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Floyd Central with the answer to cut it to a 21-14 lead now with 1:58 left here in this third quarter. Justin Kalen alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek. And, Coach, good answer and response there by the Highlanders.
Yeah, very good. And they had the penalty, the personal foul penalty. They overcame that, and then they got a penalty in their favor and used that to take it in and score. Great catch by Harrett.
Camden Harrett?
Yeah, great catch.
3 total penalties on that drive. 2 of them against Columbus East, which really helped Floyd Central advance the ball down the field. Now we'll see how they can turn things around defensively as Nolan Kennedy set to boot this thing away.
Let's see if Columbus East now can.
Thought that kick was going to go out of bounds. May have if they let it go, but alas, they return it up to the 31-yard line. That's where they will take over with 1:51 left here in this third quarter. Turned out to be a pretty decent day for some high school football.
Great day. It's always a great day for high school football. You kidding me?
Good point.
Every day is a great day for high school football.
You got me.
In fact, Chris is lucky because he gets to do another one tonight.
That's right. That should be a fun game as well. Jeffersonville, Silver Creek, once again. You can find that on Glycod. Slated for a 5 o'clock start. There's nothing really doing there for the rusher that time.
Yeah, that was a different quarterback.
I thought so. I thought
that was number 8. That was
James Scruggs.
Yeah.
Now it looks like Villarreal back out there.
I gained 4 yards. It's not bad. 3 yards.
And he'll hand it to Scruggs. Now Scruggs, the backup quarterback, looking to throw this one.
Oh, yeah. This guy, there was a Columbus East player with nobody within 50 yards of him. If that was a trick play to throw deep, boy, did they miss it. Holy smokes.
Yeah, interesting look there, having both of their quarterbacks in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't.
And all of a sudden, that brings up third down.
That play was wide open. If
this time, 3 receivers to the near side, and prior to the play, we're going to get a Floyd Central timeout with 1:15 left. Columbus East 21-14. We'll keep it here through this timeout.
So the concept on that play was pretty. Your first down play, you had a different quarterback in, and so Floyd Central's not prepared to see that same player back in the backfield because normally you would automatically think, oh, second string quarterback's in, look for some kind of pass play, but he's already been in the game, so they're not worried about that. They hand the ball to him. He starts running one way, reverses himself. And he's left-handed, so he's running to the left, and he overthrows a short receiver, but he's got another receiver so far open down the field, it's unbelievable.
It's a great play design.
Yes.
Fortunate that.
But you got to have someone who can throw it down there.
Yeah. If you're the Highlanders, it worked out perfectly for them, as now it's a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 7.
Yeah. Let's see if we get Villarreal rolling out here to his left.
75 ticks left here in this third quarter, as here he is.
Nope.
Now he'll throw it over the middle. Had a man, but just overshot him, or threw it out in front of him.
Yeah, that wasn't one of his better passes. He had time. He had a man open. That square in pattern right behind the linebackers is normally always open. You just got to hit it, and he didn't. So let's see what Floyd Central does now. They're going to get good field position here.
Cam Shelley was the intended target for Columbus East. Now he goes back to punt this thing away.
See, there's that whistle again.
I heard it that time.
I know. I keep hearing whistle.
Yeah. And a great roll here. All the way back to the 10-yard line.
That is an example. I call that hidden yardage, because the return man should have caught the ball. It was a good kick. It was high. It was easy to catch. He let it hit the ground, and when he did, Floyd Central lost about 25 yards.
Turned out to be a 56-yard punt.
Yeah. So there's 25 yards extra that Floyd Central's offense is going to have to move the ball. You gotta. That's why you just fair catch it. Just run up, fair catch it, raise your hand, wave your hand. They won't hit you. If they do, it's a penalty. Robertson's back in at running back now.
Yep. 2 receivers to each side.
Everybody wide.
And Kaiser on the reception, trying to get past one man, is able to get up to about the 16-yard line before he shoved out of bounds.
Yeah, good gain, 4 yards.
End up marking him out at the 15. 2nd and 5 upcoming here. Just over a minute to play in the third.
Same thing.
This time he'll work it to the left side.
That was almost intercepted.
That was a dangerous pass,
Holy
no doubt.
Smokes.
Zena Lawless comes up with it. They do lose 2 yards on the play. Very dangerous pass.
Very, very dangerous pass. Again, it's too long of a pass for that particular play, but it gives the defense too much room to react. When the one on this side, the Kaiser, was a short pass, catch it, he gained 5 yards before Columbus East defense could react to it. That one there, they're already reacting. When the ball's halfway to them, they're already reacting to the ball.
Now 3rd and 7 here for the Highlanders. Mole going to bomb this one down the field. He's got a man down there, and it was Camden Harrett was the intended target, but Floyd Central very lucky that Zach Foster didn't pick that thing off.
Yep, that was really a good play by Zach Foster.
Thought Camden Harrett was going to be able to take it from his hands over the top, but
4th down.
Falls harmlessly to the turf, and that will indeed bring up 4th down.
I think there actually was a flag on the play, too. I think there was a holding penalty on Floyd Central.
Which obviously declined.
So that was a strange series. Oh, I thought he might have blocked it.
That punt is short as it's hauled in at the 40, and Lawson able to skirt up to about the 34-yard line, and Columbus East will start with good starting field position here. Under 5 seconds to play here in this third quarter.
So let's go back to what I talked about on the previous about hidden yardage. Remember, he lost 25 yards by not catching that punt. And now look where Columbus East is going to get the ball.
Yeah.
They're going to get the ball at where the ball should have been caught. See, that's 25 yards. Now
they'd be back all the way at the 40-yard line on the right side of the 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we'll see what kind of play they draw up here for the final play of the quarter. It's going to be a handoff to Halpy, and he's able to get up to about the 30-yard line on the carry, gain of 5, and that'll bring us to the end of 3 quarters of play. Columbus East 21, Floyd Central 14. We'll step aside for a break, come back with the 4th and final quarter, coming right up on Glycod.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
4th and final frame here from Wiggleb Stadium on the campus of Floyd Central High School, where the Highlanders trailing 21-14 versus the Columbus East Olympians. And teams have switched sides of the field. It's Columbus East now working from your left to the right. Justin Kalen, Coach Jim Kazmarek back here with you.
So that was right there in that play was a great example of Justin Braid, number 51, setting that edge, keeping his shoulder square, setting that edge. So when the ball carrier broke outside, he was in perfect position to make the play. He didn't go inside. He didn't go upfield. He set that edge. It's so hard to teach, but it's so important that the players do that. Push everything to the inside. Let your linebackers make the tackles.
Limited the Olympians to a 1-yard carry, so 3rd and 4 upcoming here.
Big play.
Villarreal waits for the snap. He's got it. Fakes the handoff to Taupy and keeps it himself and is going to get close to that 1st down marker. after it looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield, just kept those legs churning.
First down.
Our near side official a yard shy.
Yeah,
far side right on the line, and he gives it to him.
These two officials cannot, the head linesman and the field judge cannot get it fixed. And nobody measures anymore, so it's too late to do anything now.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't seen a measurement all season long.
And you don't. And you don't even see it in college football either. They've moved the change. There's nothing you can do about it now.
Yeah.
You can argue, you can complain. The change has been moved.
Not sure what the officials would be discussing here.
I don't either, but I used to hate this as a coach. Nothing ever good came from when the officials got together in that group and talked about whatever they needed to talk about.
Well, not to minimum, it's a momentum killer.
Yeah, make your call. Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now. Columbus East with 12 first downs here in this one today as we're down to 11 minutes left in the ball game. Real's got it, hands it off to Halpy, and he's able to pick up about 3 on the carry.
Landon Horvath on the tackle, doing a nice job, and Matt Polk comes up with a little bit of a gimpy leg. See if he can walk it off. He's trying. They can't afford to lose him. But Horvath made a nice play there at his outside linebacker spot. Play was turned in. Christian Alarcon does a nice job of turning it in. Horvath was right there for the tackle. Held him to 3 yards. A little different look, a little pistol look here now.
2nd and 7 as the backup running back in the game. And he's able to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. That was number 6, Brody Miller. And we'll set up a 3rd and let's call it 5, maybe closer to 4.
You know, once again, that looked like a nice big hole. I mean, that looked like a hole where he was going to get 10 yards, and it just closed down right away.
Floyd Central's done a nice job of that all afternoon, clogging those lanes.
These next 2 plays are very, very important plays for both teams.
Handoff here to Halpy, and he's able to break free for another first down.
And that was a great play. Evan Semo and Noah Hildebrand from their guard and tackle spots pull, lead up, and their lead blockers for Halpy. That was a really, really well-designed play and well executed by Columbus East.
So now just outside the 10-yard line as we're under 10 to go here in this ball game. Columbus East certainly has taken their time here on this drive. They started the second half with a drive that almost went 6 minutes. So looking to chew up some clock here as that fake handoff. Villarreal will keep it himself, and he scampers in from 12 yards out. 3rd touchdown rush of the ball game.
And I got to tell you, Justin, he even faked out the old coach here. I was watching Halpy getting tackled, thinking, well, he's not gaining anything. And then I glanced over and saw Villarreal running into the end zone. A great job of faking on that particular play.
So now try to put through the extra point for the 4th time here today.
Blocked.
And it is blocked. So that'll remain a 27-14 lead for Columbus East with 9:07 left. We'll step aside for a break ourselves. Stick with us. We've got more upcoming on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And Columbus East, with their latest score, jumps on top 27-14 for your Southern Indiana high school football game here today on Glycod. By the way, if you're interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform or have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@glycod.com. Justin Kalen back alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek. And, Coach, now we really need a response from the Highlanders here on this drive.
And they have responded. every time Columbus East has scored, Floyd Central has responded. That blocked extra point could be very, very important.
No. That's the ball, a deep one, hauled in by Sebastian Robertson at the 10.
Oh, my.
He takes a shot right at the 31-yard line. Let's see what that number 55 on the tackle there, Jack Smith.
Jack Smith, what a tackle. Holy smokes. You know, I used to love kids that did that stuff on special teams, come down the field like that. Give them a chance to play.
Now, a lot of times that's the only minutes they're getting is on special teams. You got to make the most of your time out there. As under 9 minutes to play here in this one, 21-14, Columbus East, or 27-14.
Screen.
As it's set up for Robertson and able to get out for a gain of about 8 here. Maybe closer to 7. Now another injured player down on the field. That's number 50, Eric Duncan, the defensive lineman for the Olympians. As he falls right at the 35-yard line, and both teams going to head over to their sidelines. With 8:41 left here in this fourth quarter, we'll step aside for a break as well. Stick with us. We've got more Southern Indiana High School football coming up on Glycod.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Injured Olympian walking off the field with some help from his teammates. 8:41 left here in this ball game. Columbus East 27, Floyd Central 14. Justin Kalen back here alongside Jim Kazmarek. And Floyd Central in possession of the football, trailing by 13. Really needs to march down and put some points on the board here if they want to keep their undefeated record alive in Hoosier Hills Conference play. Mole looks to throw this one.
Too much time.
And he's got an open man. That's Kaiser with some room to work. Up to the 40, now around the 35.
Way too much time. They've got to put pressure on the quarterback.
Give credit to that Floyd Central offensive line. That's been the case more times than not here this afternoon.
The three-man rush gives you 8 defenders to play in their zone. Now, their zone is 2 deep, 5, 6 underneath. So they've got to put some pressure on. Those 2 safeties on the hash marks are under a lot of pressure.
1st and 10, deep inside Columbus East territory. Now some pressure comes for Jack Bull, but he escapes.
Again?
And he's going to use his legs here to get up to about the 20 and out of bounds. What a play there by Jack Mole. Heads up once again. Back-to-back first downs now for the Highlanders. And with that, they have matched their first half total in terms of first downs. More importantly, got out of bounds at the end of that run, so the clock stops. Are we at a point in the game, Coach, where you're looking at the clock?
No, not
Worried
yet.
about it?
No.
Okay.
No. After Floyd Central scores, there it is.
As Mole right over the middle. Again, the reception. Looks like Isaac Kaiser on the catch once more, and it was.
Yep.
And he's going to pick up another first down, 3 straight for the Highlanders.
Still not getting enough pressure.
Kaiser going to toss a piece of equipment off to one of the officials who gives it to the sideline. Here we go now on 1st and goal from the 10.
Yep.
Mole hands this one off. Robertson, and he's able to get forward for about a gain of 4 down to the 6-yard line. And back in comes Jacoby Jones.
And Columbus East brings in 3 defensive linemen,
including big number 74, Anthony Zhu, back in the game.
And big on big.
Mole with Jacoby Jones off to his left. Surveying. And throws this one well out right. That looked like a miscommunication between him and Camden Harrod, who cut inside. Mole threw that ball to the outside.
Well, what happened is Camden Harrod and Isaac Kaiser were running a pick play. They were going to run a pick play, and I'm not sure if Kaiser was supposed to pick Harrod's man or Harrod was going to pick Kaiser's man, but whoever, Mole thought for sure it was going to be in that corner of the end zone. So he threw the pass to where the guy was supposed to be, and it looked like the 2 Floyd Central players just kind of got mixed up with each other. Sometimes the pick plays don't work quite as well as you want them to.
Harrod and Lawless, the 2 receivers to the right, but it's going to be a give to Jones. And he gets it inside the 5 up to the 3-yard line.
4th down.
Yeah, big play upcoming.
Big play.
4th and goal from the 3. As Robertson back in, as is Zeno Lawless, Isaac Kaiser, and Matthew Polk coming out as well.
They're not going to kick a field goal. It's a fake.
Kind of a funky formation
here. Yeah, it is. They're going to fake something here. Oh, it's a little polecat action, huh? Lonesome polecat. Lonesome polecat.
As Mole throws it right into the middle.
Oh, my God.
And this could be bad.
This could be the end of the game.
Up to the 50, now the 40. And he's just gotten Mole to beat, and he will.
He will.
Wow. That's now 2 defensive or special team touchdowns for Columbus East. And this one, the 100-yard touchdown or interception return.
Wow.
That could effectively end this game.
The lonesome polecat.
Is that what you were expecting out of that formation?
Yes. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, it's just get the defense all spread out and
now the extra point is up, and it finds its way through. So now 34-14, Columbus East on top by 20 with 6:19 to play here in this contest. We'll step aside for a break and come back, see if Floyd Central can answer here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Okay, Justin, let's dissect that play there for a minute. Floyd Central is kind of in a funky formation. We would have called it gobbledygook, but it's lonesome polecat. You got receivers here, linemen over here, guys in the middle. You're hoping to really throw the defense off. Columbus East's defensive coaches, they might practice against gobbledygook and goofy formations and things. But here was the key to the play. The receiver was open initially he's open. If you're going to throw a pass in the middle, you have to throw the pass in the middle right now, quick, because a late pass in the middle is always going to be an interception, just like it was there. You got to throw that ball in the middle right away.
Yeah, I did sense that it waited a little too long to throw that football, so makes sense with your explanation there as the kickoff here from the Olympians into the arms of Maddox again. This time he's got a little room, spins away from one defender all the way up to the 41-yard line.
That helps. It gives Floyd Central a little field position.
We're down just over 6 minutes left here in this one.
Now time kind of is important.
Yeah.
Floyd Central needs to play with some urgency. Play in a hurry, but don't play fast, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Be in a hurry. Don't be fast. Be in a hurry. Play with some urgency.
Spread 4 wide here.
Get to the line.
As Mole once again has time to work, and his pass just short there. Was intended for David Pennington.
Yeah. Good coverage. Number 4. He's been a good player all game. Christian Austin, linebacker. Not a big kid, 5'10", 160-pound player.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with this Columbus East team here today.
Well, remember we talked about playing with your hair on fire and how the coach talks about how they practice pursuit and rallying to the ball and playing fast and playing hard on defense.
As now a shovel pass forward. Had nothing doing there, as he might have even lost a yard. And that's going to set up a tough third down now.
Yep.
Robertson, the receiver on that shovel pass. Zeno Lawless coming in from the Highlander sideline.
Yeah, look for Kaiser. Look for Kaiser up the sideline. There's a seam. Where's Kaiser? Is he in the slot? He's on the other side all by himself. Single covered. No, he's double covered. Double covered.
Now Mole rolling. Kaiser is crossing the field and just overshoots Lawless that time. And brings up a long 4th down, and Floyd Central's going to have to punt this thing away. As Camden Harris standing back at the 25-yard line. Certainly feels like Floyd Central are going to fall in their first Hoosier Hills Conference game of the season.
Columbus East is in what we used to call punt safe. You're expecting the other team to fair catch.
Look at this punt
by Harrod. a really good player.
That was fantastic as it's hauled in at the 17.
And his punting form, it's not the form that I would have coached. Of course, I wasn't the punting coach. But he holds the ball with one hand out here, and then he's got such a strong whippy leg that he just kicks the snot out of the ball.
52 yards on the punt there for Harrod. As we've got just over 5 minutes left here in this one.
So people might question why did Coach Bragg punt? He's got confidence that his defense is going to hold Columbus East. He's going to hold them. We're going to get the ball back with probably 4 minutes left, which gives us plenty of time to get some scores.
Still needing 3 scores,
though. The key is,
it's going to be tricky.
The key is they got to, and that's not going to help.
No, they can't get a stop if they let him go right through the middle. Villarreal gets it all the way up to about the 50-yard line on the 1st and 10 scamper.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a great play. Really a good fake. Again, they faked the ball to Hoopy and just fake out the Floyd Central defense.
Mark him down at the 48.
I like this Columbus East team, by the way. They're a gritty bunch.
Yeah, you said it best in our pregame. It does feel like they're back.
Yeah.
As here's the handoff up the middle, gain of about 3.
Yeah.
That was not Halpy on the carry that time. That was Keaton Roberts.
Yeah, and Will Brown again making another good tackle.
2nd and 6 after they give him a gain of 4 as Columbus East now back in Floyd Central territory. Man, they're going to take their time here on offense, I'd imagine.
Yep.
Just trying to salt away the rest of this game clock. Villarreal, that's Scruggs back in the game at the quarterback position.
That is strange that you would put your backup quarterback in the game at this point, unless Villarreal is injured. I hope not.
Scruggs looking over to that sideline.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to keep him out there. Maybe they just feel the game is in control at this point.
It's never over till it's over. Remember that.
Under 4 to play as Scruggs will indeed remain out there. Keaton Roberts will remain his running back in the backfield. 1st and 10.
He's only a freshman, too. Scruggs only a freshman.
Yeah.
5'9", 140 pounds, was it?
It's valuable varsity minutes.
Very valuable. 5'9", 165. I don't think he's 165. But he might be 5'9". That might not be a stretch for him. But it's odd that I hope Villarreal wasn't injured. But check the sidelines.
I don't see any activity over on the sidelines. I think it's just one of those things. Get Villarreal out of harm's way. Don't risk injury.
They're eating the clock, and Floyd Central's letting it just eat away.
Yep. And Coach Bragg and the Highlanders at this point can see the writing on the wall. As we are going to get a flag come out, it is indeed a delay game.
Well, sometimes you're going to let the clock run down. You can't wait. You can't go down to the last second. At 5 seconds, you want to snap it. Snap it at 5 seconds.
Down to 2:44 left here in this contest. 34-14, Columbus East with the lead. As they're going to move up to 4-2 on this season, but more importantly, 4-0 in Hoosier Hills Conference play. Another carry here by Roberts out of the backfield and picks up a good chunk of that yardage back.
Yep.
That'll set up a 3rd down now. 3rd and looks like 4, maybe closer to 5.
This would be the time, all those drills that you do to teach the defenders to strip the ball when they make a tackle, this would be a good time for them to do that.
If they can come up with a turnover, they have the one turnover of the game was committed by Columbus East.
And they got Hoopy out of the game, too. Uh-oh.
Now Roberts gets the carry again. Evades a couple of tacklers.
Oh, what?
Runs into his teammate at the end of that.
How did he do that? We got a flag. We got a flag, though. Wait a minute. What do we got? Holding on Columbus East.
Well, it was impressive. Now not so much.
No.
As that'll back him up.
That was a phenomenal run. He was stopped 5 yards in the backfield. He ended up with a 15-yard gain. It's a shame that there was somebody was holding, and that referee way on the sideline saw it.
5th penalty of the game for Columbus East. So we're down to 2:02 on our game clock. They're going to bring the football all the way back to the 42-yard line.
Yeah. You don't need scores. You just keep running the clock. All you need is time. Keep running the clock.
Well, they've got a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 15. Now Scruggs awaits the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself. Picks up about 4 of those yards back. Looked like A.J. Ridge, the sophomore, in on the tackle for Floyd Central.
4th down. They're going to punt.
Seems like the right call.
Yeah, it does. It does. But Floyd's going to get the ball with a minute. I'd say the game's over.
Yep.
Surprised Coach Bragg didn't call some timeouts there. One of the hardest things for coaches is to get special team players back in the game.
Looks like a good punt here as it's hauled in at the 16.
Ooh, nice tackle.
Yeah, McFarland met almost immediately.
Impressed with Columbus East. They're tackling, their pursuit, they're getting people to the ball. We call that rallying, rally to the ball. Very, very impressive team. Coach Vogel has done a nice job getting them to this point. They've beaten a good Floyd Central team. This isn't a fluke. This is a good Floyd Central team that Columbus East beat pretty handily tonight.
By the way, just got a note from Steve Bird that 101-yard pick six by Keaton Lawson, very close to a state record.
Really?
As this one's going to be hauled in by Camden Harrett. Up to the 40, upended at the end of that.
That was a strange.
Unofficially 107.
107-yard
on the
return.
Longest, yeah.
The 107 is the longest?
Yeah.
101 was not bad.
So now another throw here as Robertson gets out of bounds with 33. No, he stayed in.
He stayed in. Did Coach call timeout? Nope.
Clock hasn't stopped. Tell you what, it's the lightest out here we've seen in probably 2 days.
Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't look like it's about to be dark. Down to 10 seconds now. Floyd Central.
Just run it out.
Wonder if they even take a snap.
I don't know, but why did they blow the whistle? Why would you do that? What could you possibly?
Your guess is as good as mine here, Coach.
What could you possibly blow the whistle? The clock is running. There's 7 seconds left, and the referee comes in and blows a whistle for nothing that we knew.
They didn't even change anything.
No, and now the clock isn't running.
Now they start the clock again. Floyd Central doesn't even look like they're going to take a snap, and they will not, as they will fall here in this one today by a final score of 34-14. Columbus East victorious, now 4-2 on the season and 4-0 in Hoosier Hills Conference play. Floyd Central falls to 3-2 and 2-1 in Hoosier Hills Conference play. We'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, and we'll break it all down for you right here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org. Google Play or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto Group, offering Southern Indiana's best selection of pre-owned vehicles through a family tradition of excellence.
And back here, Wiglub Stadium, where Columbus East victorious 34-14, the final score here in this one over the Highlanders of Floyd Central. Justin Kalen back alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek. And, Coach, this was a fun game. First half was a lot more fun than the second half as Columbus East found a way to really pull away from the Highlanders.
And they really did. And then Keeson Villarreal and Hoopy, the two main players for Columbus East, did a great job. Columbus East defense, I was impressed with them the whole game. Floyd Central just couldn't get over the hump today. Just couldn't get past Columbus East controlling the ball, keeping the Jack Mole and his offense on the sideline. Very, very impressive. Coach Vogel's got a good thing going there right now.
Yeah, Columbus East led 14-0 after one, then it was 14-7 after halftime. 21-14, Olympians lead after three before finally winning this game 34-14. We'll step aside one final break here. We'll come back to the other side, bring you some final numbers, your most outstanding players, and let you know what's upcoming here on Glycod. Stick with us.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back one final time here to Wiglub Stadium. Justin Kale and Jim Kazmarek. And before we get any further into our postgame, let's take a look at the updated Hoosier Hills Conference standings. It was a tight one coming in. With this win today, Columbus East puts themselves atop the conference standings, but there's a ton of teams still at one loss, Coach.
Well, Columbus East has now passed the 2 teams that would have stood in their way, and that would have been New Albany and Floyd Central. So not sure who might be left on their schedule. But they beat the 2 teams that would have pressured them. New Albany last week, of course, Floyd Central tonight. But the Hoosier Hills is still a very competitive conference year in, year out. You get, Columbus East coming back, New Albany kind of coming back, Floyd Central, who've been up there. Bedford in the last couple of years have done well. Jennings County is always kind of struggles a little bit in football. And Seymour up and down, up and down.
Yep. All right, in this one, it was a 34-14 Columbus East win over the Highlanders of Floyd Central, and we've got to bring you your most outstanding players. Today's most outstanding players brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Theresa Lamb, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Coach, let's start first for Columbus East.
Well, for Columbus East, could have been their good running back, Hoope. It could have been the good young man who returned interception 101 yards.
Yeah.
But I really like the way Kyson Villarreal ran his team, managed his team. He had 3 touchdowns, some really, really good fakes on his option plays. So Kyson Villarreal from Columbus East, congratulations on the win and being most valuable player for Columbus East tonight.
And how about for Floyd Central? A number of ways we could have went for them as well, but ultimately we went with?
Well, my second choice would have been Matt Polk at linebacker because he really was all over the field. But I like Jacoby Jones coming in off the bench to run the ball. He ran the ball hard, and he blocked that extra point and scored a touchdown. So for Floyd Central, be Jacoby Jones.
Absolutely. Now, before we get out of here, certainly want to look at the upcoming schedule here on Glycod. Coming up next Friday, a look at a huge week brought to you by Strike and Spare in Clarksville. Visit strikeandspare.com for information on hosting birthday and corporate parties. First of all, we've got a game tonight still yet to go. Silver Creek in Jeffersonville. That game being played at Jeffersonville, 5 o'clock for kickoff in that one, so make sure to keep it locked on Glycod for that. And then a look at some of the games next week. You've got East Jessamine, Madison Southern, Franklin County, North Oldham, Mayo and Frederick Douglass, which could be a lot of fun, Scott County and Anderson County, and then Woodford County and South Oldham. All those games next Friday are at 7:30, and as always, schedule subject to change. Before we get out of here, I certainly want to thank the athletic director here at Floyd Central, Jeff Sequeira. Couldn't have done it without him getting us set up in a good spot here. Also, Christian Sanchez on camera for us here today. Chris Labar on production. And, Coach, before we get out here, any final thoughts?
Well, I hope to see Floyd Central bounce back from this. They're a good football team. This is just one bump in their road. See them bounce back. I'd like to see how Columbus East, after this big win, how does this help them carry through the rest of their season?
Absolutely. We'll figure all that out and more as the season moves along, but we want to thank you all for tuning in here today to see Columbus East 34-14 over the Floyd Central Highlanders. That'll do it. Alongside Coach Jim Kazmarek, this is Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching Southern Indiana High School football right here on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Clark County Health Department, prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, a family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start, German American Bank, Northside Security, and Call's Body Shop.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @GlyCod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from GlyCod.